friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw News Brief.
News Brief.
We're not doing a Who Won Wednesday.
Instead, we're doing News Brief.
Instead, we're doing News Brief. And so, of course, the first thing we're going to talk about is the ratings. They are in.
Oh, wow.
NXT won.
I can't really parse these numbers to make it seem like AEW won anything, because they didn't win anything, apparently. This is from Pro Wrestling Torch. NXT, 795,000. AEW, 683.
Ooh.
Yeah, they got stomped.
Ooh, they fell by about 100. That last week was, what, 785? 780?
Yeah.
Or 788, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So AEW fell off about 100,000.
And NXT's audience went up, not down.
Yeah, it went up slightly. And then also,
this maybe more importantly, because the demo battles that are really because that's what you're talking for advertising dollar.
This is where all the number math gifts.
See, don't make fun of me because you don't understand advertising stuff, and I do.
No.
So this is what PW.
You're such a madman.
Pro Wrestling Torch is saying. Quote, this is from their tweet about this. NXT also wins adult and young male demographics for the first time across the board. So
Ouch.
Up till now, AEW has been winning that 18 to 49 demo.
Yeah.
That's the demo advertisers hit, looking for that advertising dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And NXT won it this time.
Yeah.
So that's huge for NXT.
It's pretty interesting considering, the first couple months of the Wednesday Night Wars saw AEW sometimes more than doubling NXT in the prize demographic that you speak of. So yeah, I mean, it's funny. Like there does seem to be some sort of play in terms of creatively speaking. Last night was not All Elite's finest hour, and NXT really did put on a pretty inspired performance.
They did.
So it seems to be panning out in the ratings. It's still really early in the Wednesday Night Wars, and I expect AEW to get their act together a little bit. Figure things out.
One would hope.
What did I say? Booking weekly television is
not easy. That's
not
true.
Easy, man.
That
No,
is true.
Absolutely not.
In other news, PW Insider is reporting that Edge,
on this day,
he can clearly see, or PW Insider can clearly see Edge maybe making a return to the ring. So apparently Edge has a new contract, and PW Insider is reporting that as, quote, a pretty nice upside, which has led to speculation that he's getting paid a pretty nice upside to step back in that ring, start spearing people, and doing more neat things.
Maybe he's getting an upside to bring just an Edge podcast without Christian to the WWE Network. No, he's probably going to. He actually said, didn't he say that like he could wrestle tomorrow?
Yeah. He's jacked.
Yeah, he's looking
posted
great.
Pictures on Twitter, and he's jacked.
Yeah.
So back in October, started getting some word that Edge might be plotting a return to the ring. PW Insider also reported back then that he was in Pittsburgh, possibly get some medical testing done because WWE's medical guy, Dr. Joseph Maroon, he's in Pittsburgh. And on Twitter, Fight Oracle also went so far as to report that Edge had actually been cleared for in-ring competition. However, Edge responded to both of these saying, I'm not and I'm not. That's a full denial.
Yeah.
But
they always do that. John Morrison denied he was re-signing with the WWE.
And then lo and behold, he shows up on the bump.
And then he did. Now, this is up to the minute right here, Going In Raw News Brief. I've got the latest Edge tweet about this 7 hours ago. He said this, wrapping out 2019 by wrapping up this extremely fun project, Money Plane, starring Kelsey Grammer, Thomas Jane, Denise Richards, and Edge, the rated R superstar. Money Plane coming to some sort of streaming service or movieplex in your neighborhood soon.
I'd guess maybe more streaming or DVD.
Edge and Morrison and perhaps CM Punk. I'm telling you, man, CM Punk, they're going to throw so much money at him because that dude is a ratings mover. He's going to come back and wrestle. I don't know who. But
maybe Edge. Maybe he and Edge will.
Maybe he'll take the title off of Brock. I don't know. But dude, listen, pipe bombs every week. That's what we want in this day and age. Pipe bombs every week.
Well, he's dropping some good stuff on backstage, man. I'm content. That promo he had in Tom Arnold was great.
I'm not content. I thought that was great, but I want to see that on the grandest stage of them all. Raw
Backstage.
or SmackDown.
Speaking of grandest stage of them all, we might see John Cena at the grandest stage of them all this year, according to WrestleVotes. Quote, heard recently that John Cena wants to do something substantial at WrestleMania, more than just an appearance like last year. Cena resides within the Tampa area. Seems like this Mania is important to him. So he's going to take a break from doing the Hollywood stuff to get squashed by The Undertaker again?
Yeah, right. Kind of, we can speculate on what something substantial is. Putting over some young talent. What did him and Roman Reigns ever have a big Mania?
Not Mania, no. They had that match at No Mercy. We were there for that one. It's No Mercy in Los Angeles.
We saw that?
Yeah, it's the same show that Braun and Brock put on an absolute snooze fest.
Did we meet up did we say hi to the Couch Hop people in the parking lot afterwards?
Yes.
Or the little Staples Center?
I believe so. I think that was that show.
I remember that. I do not remember anything about the show.
It was when we went down for the Brian Zane thing with the TV show. That was that same day.
Okay. I do remember that. I remember that as well. Yeah, so, Roman, he retired The Undertaker a couple of years ago when we were there.
Retire Cena at Mania?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'd seen some on Twitter about, this has been rumored forever.
No, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to cut you off. He's going to go up to The Fiend. You have something that belongs to me.
He's like, I can fix this Fiend business. I've done it before. I'll do it again.
But if that means Fiend versus Cena and Fiend gets his W or breaks his W at Mania.
Could you imagine that?
Circling all the way back to WrestleMania 30.
Just go picking off all the people that he lost to before. I'm telling you, man, Randy Orton versus The Fiend. How about it? SummerSlam? Something like that?
Different brand, man.
Doesn't matter. Fiend transcends.
No, he's a SmackDown superstar. He's got the blue belt.
Okay, fine. Then they won't do it, Larson. Fine.
We'll never do it. I hate to dash your dreams, but actually, I'm not afraid. I take great
I know.
joy in it.
Believe me, I know. Every day, man. I'm here.
Finally, Tom Callahoo is reporting this. He did this on
Callahoo, I think.
Callahoo, my apologies, on Sportskeeda's Dropkick Discussions podcast. That Cain Velasquez, who's had exactly one match in WWE and signed 2 months ago.
You really want to call it that? Yeah.
I mean, he was in the ring, bell rang twice, start the match, end the match. He tapped out.
He had an actual match in AAA. It was great.
Yeah, that was great.
It was awesome.
But apparently, Cain might have some heat backstage in WWE already. This is what Tom had to say. Quote, the Cain Velasquez match in particular was a confusing one. Cain Velasquez, of course, is brought in for big money. Didn't really inform them of his injury, to my knowledge, properly, and it caused a few problems backstage. He's not the most popular man right now with WWE management, and I suspect that's why we're not really seeing any more push for him to return.
Ooh. Oh.
Well, I would hope. I mean, like as is customary in other sports leagues, before you sign someone to a new deal, you have them take a physical to check for injuries. And if WWE didn't do that in advance of signing Cain, that's a huge mistake on their part. That should be a common practice.
No, it would be bizarre. I thought that it always was. Like, we've heard multiple times.
I mean, Edge just was in Pittsburgh to get a physical.
Yeah.
Reportedly.
We've heard, many times. I mean, there's been instances where somebody will go, they'll take a physical, and, they'll be signed. That happened with Shelton Benjamin. Yeah. Remember, he signed, or he went back to sign.
They discovered he had a shoulder issue, yeah.
And they discovered some stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I do remember that the amount of time between his AAA match, which at the time, I think Meltzer or somebody said a lot of people were watching that match to see if they can snap up Cain Velasquez. I think AEW was interested in Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, they were. And he only had a 3-match deal with AAA.
Right. A lot of people were watching that. WWE was able to get him, but it was a very, very quick span of time between that AAA match and then WWE signing him.
If I remember correctly, the process of signing him was like bang, bang, bang.
It was really fast.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, a physical doesn't take that long. No. They have doctors. They got their guys. Fly him over to check him out. So I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if more info develops about that.
Because Meltzer has spoke about Cain knees being in bad shape.
Yeah.
Or knee.
Yeah, you had mentioned you'd heard that. Or
I mean, that was the story B of the Brock match, is that Brock kicked him in the knee.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then put him in the Kimura to get the win.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. Look, I'll be honest with you. So when is this Tyson Fury match going to? This is something that we talked about a little while ago. Brock's Mania plans, potentially either Cain Velasquez or Tyson Fury. I kind of am not into any of that stuff. I want the WWE title to be...
Yeah, especially the title's on the line.
I want it to be defended against somebody who is on the actual active roster that we've seen a lot.
Yeah, if the title's going to be on the line.
If the title's going to be on the line, exactly... When is that?
February 22nd is Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2.
So I'm going to be rooting for Deontay Wilder because that seemed to be the word getting out was if Tyson Fury wins that, WWE is going to give him all the money to fight Brock Lesnar, perhaps maybe, or Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. I don't want any of that stuff, I'll be honest with you. Tyson Fury is entertaining enough. If you want to do something with him and Braun in a tag team against some goofy celebrity thing, I don't know. That's fine, but I just don't want the WWE title should be a mainstay on programming, and it's not. And it's a big problem. Got a lot of problems with you people.
A lot of problems.
Yeah. So that's interesting, though. Cain Velasquez has heat backstage, evidently because he didn't tell people that his knee is muy malo. So that's a bummer.
That is a bummer.
Agua caliente, hot water.
Hot
man.
water. Yep.
Hot water.
Hot water. That's
Anyways, who do you want to see Edge take on? Let's say WrestleMania, Edge comes back. Who do you want to see him fight?
Randy Orton.
Is there anybody like newer that you want to see him fight? He's a big name.
Who, Edge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's the most decorated champion in WWE history, man.
That'd be a big deal. That'd be a huge deal. How do you come back from that? Like, gee whiz. Do you have like stem cell treatment or something?
I don't know, man.
Because when
It was spinal stenosis.
Yeah. How does that get fixed?
I mean, Sheamus has been wrestling with spinal stenosis for a while.
Yeah.
He's just been treating it.
Stem cells.
I mean, I could be. I don't know.
You just inject a bunch of stem cells.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I might know a thing or two about advertising rates and how they're determined. Don't know anything about modern medicine.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, I'm gonna look into stem cells. Let's get some stem cell treatment, man.
That'd probably feel great.
Let's go down to like South America and get some like stem cell treatment.
All right.
I think it'd be great. Too good, brother, for stem cells. All right. Anyways, that's it for News Brief. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Hey, if you've enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button.
Smash it.
Mike, I sound like McMahon right there. Please hit the like button.
Yeah, I know.
It's the wild card.
You're a genius.
Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.